We are back, guys.
Yes.
We're like a fucking STD that just won't go away. Well, I'm probably like, he's a lot cleaner than I am. Yeah, so. Okay. So we just left off by giving you guys our top 5 horror movies.
And we just started in the horror thing, and it took us a half hour just to do the top 5.
Yeah, so I want to throw out some honorable mentions.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and shoot a few out. I already said some out earlier, so I'm going to go with a few that I have not said yet. Night of the Comet.
Oh, man, yeah.
Night of the Creeps.
Yes. Throw me. Just, hey.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Love it. That is my... Now, if we're talking... when we did this one time for the Horror Guys, too, we talked about holiday horror movies.
Yes.
Silent Night, Deadly Night, tops my list. That and Black Christmas. Those are my 2 favorites.
Now, which Black Christmas? Because there's the original.
Oh, the original, 100%. I do like the
first remake?
Yeah, not the second one.
Yeah, the second one's fucking garbage.
I'll put it this way. The remake of the remake was shit. But the second remake of Black Christmas wasn't bad at all.
The fucker was making Christmas cookies in the beginning out of...
Exactly. And the sister looked like John Cena. I don't give a shit what everybody says. That was white chicks mixed with John Cena. That was the creepy Agnes. Agnes was ugly as shit.
Oh, or if we're talking about creepy sisters, you know where we need to go.
Where are we going?
Fucking Pet Cemetery.
Man, Zelda. Ooh, boy. Listen here.
I still can't watch it without kind of wincing a bit.
I give her all the credit in the world because she had to care for her sister. Zelda was creepy as fuck. I'd have left that bitch a piece of bread and left the house. I'm not staying to bathe you. Make sure you no.
Fuck her and feed her fish heads.
Done. I will throw shit at you and I'm out the door, dude. Listen, fuck her parents for making her do that shit because Zelda was creepy as fuck.
So,
man.
I mean, we might as well... Pet Cemetery was a great movie.
Yeah.
I mean...
The second one's not terrible, but I think the second one was funny because Clancy Brown... Bury your own, Drew, buddy. You know, like, when he was the fucking, like, well, I guess you can call him a zombie in a way. He came back from the dead. Right. He's sitting there laughing at the dinner table. It's Clancy Brown. Yeah. Like, you just think Mr. Krabs. Like, immediately you think Mr. Krabs. I'm just saying.
Even though I know that's who voices Mr. Krabs, I can go on record and say that I have never seen an episode of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Oh, man. So you're missing out the one with Nosferatu?
I just can't get behind SpongeBob, man.
I'll tell you what, though. Here's your homework, though. We're done with this tonight. Just look up on YouTube for me and look up SpongeBob Nosferatu. You will laugh your ass off at just that scene. Okay. Because they're talking about the hash-slinging slasher. So they're working at night at the Krusty Krab, and then there's talk of the hash-slinging slasher that the Squidward tells a story about. And all of a sudden, the lights start flickering and stuff at the very end. And then Nosferatu makes an appearance that you wouldn't expect, and it's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
So you just got to see that part.
I'll check it out.
And if we're talking cartoons, real quick, got to give a mention to my boy Scary Terry from Rick and Morty. Scary Terry's the best. Have you seen Scary Terry?
I've never watched Rick and Morty. But I know he's a base off of Freddy Krueger.
Right. You can run, but you can't hide, bitch. Like, that's Scary Terry's the best, dude.
Okay, well, fuck. If we're going that route, we might as well continue on with Nickelodeon.
Well, all right.
Zeke the Plumber.
Zeke the Plumber is the absolute best episode of
Salute Your Shorts.
Yes.
I love that show.
And Donkey Lips looks like the dude that comes to the gym with me. Just saying.
Speaking of Donkey Lips.
Yes.
What was the fucking...
the Willies.
The Willies, yes. Where he fucking got his arms ripped off because he had to take a pull and fly his wings off.
Yep, the Willies, yes.
So,
which made our Bathroom Kills episode of Horror Guys.
Nice.
Yeah, with the winged creature that was the janitor at the school. Yeah, that made our... Because the little kid's face was great. He was just like, huh? The dude just took off, man. Like, it was great.
So then, but we can't forget Goosebumps. And the Goosebumps books.
Yes.
That
Fear Street, that's coming out on Netflix now. Yes. It's supposed to be R-rated, too.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. So we're getting, like...
R-rated
rated R.L. Stein.
Say that?
That was a dad joke, just saying. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, what about Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Mm-hmm.
Did you like the Are You Afraid of the Dark TV show that came back?
I did. That was pretty good. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all.
The fucking guy looked like the dude from Panic at the Disco, though.
Yes, he did. But it wasn't bad, though. I actually enjoyed that.
Yeah.
It wasn't... It pretty much stuck to the formula of the old ones, I think. You know, it had that same feel. It wasn't crazily redone where you're just like, okay, that was shit. Mm-hmm. It was fun. It was still kid environment, but it had its horror element to it. Right. You know, it wasn't terrible.
Before I let you do your honorable mention, I'm going to throw one more in there. And now, I'm probably one of the few. I was not a fan of the It remakes.
See, I didn't mind them.
I just thought the way Skarsgård played Pennywise...
That smile, though?
And the smile and his fucking Shawn Michaels eye...
He went there.
I did. And then the fucking there was too much CGI. You cannot top the original It with fucking Bill Curry.
Tim Curry.
Who's Bill Curry?
I don't know. But if we're talking Tim Curry, this is my absolute. Okay, we all know that if I had a man crush, it would be Tim Curry. Just saying, that is my dude.
Mine would be The Rock.
I love everything that dude has been in. My all-time favorite, and it's not considered horror, but it's horror to me. The Worst Witch. Yeah, absolutely. He plays the Grand Wizard, and he comes in, he swoops in with his big old cape, and he has a whole musical number that is the best song of all time, which I have recreated for TikTok. And my daughter sat over there, looked at me, and went, "Oh, Dad."
So you would put that over Rocky Horror?
Yeah. For me, yeah.
Okay.
Now, I know everybody immediately thinks Tim Curry, and they think Rocky Horror Picture Show. But for me, it's The Worst Witch. Always will be. And then, I love him in Clue. I think his part in Halloween. Home Alone 2 was hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, just dude, everything he's been in. The dude just has something. Scary Movie, too, when he was the professor. Was he not hilarious, dude? What is it, titties? Is it pussy? What? Dude, he was so fucking funny.
And you know,
I love that guy.
We can wind this back into wrestling in a way, because... Yeah. It's such a shame that someone who is so talented and used their body and their voice as their way to express and, create and just make a living gets hit with this illness. Yeah. And it's the same with one of the, if not the greatest manager of all time, Bobby the Brain Heenan, who was known for being quick-witted, his mouth, and then he goes and he gets cancer of the mouth, and he loses his ability to speak. It's a shame how that happens to so many people that...
You know what? Seeing footage of Bobby still going out and doing conventions and stuff, and that he was in such good spirits, though. Yeah. Even when he could barely talk, he was still meeting fans. He was still happy about doing it. You could see him when he was around the other workers and he'd been, spent time with over the years. He was still so happy to see the people. He was. And just to see him still like that. And it relates to Tim Curry. I got to meet him at a convention in Jersey.
Awesome.
The man's in a wheelchair, and it's so sad to see him that way, but he was so fucking nice. They took us into they had a little tent set up just for him, and it was basically curtained off, so you couldn't really see into there unless you paid for the photo op, and that was the only way to get to meet him. He doesn't do autographs at a show because he's not able to sit like that and do autographs.
Also, all you can do is take a picture with him.
Right. Okay. He does them at home. You can send stuff in, or you can order per a website. It takes time because the man really does. And they post videos of him signing your stuff, and he'll give you a little shout out and stuff. It's hard for the guy to write. You know what I mean? So I got a chance to talk to him and stuff, and he was so nice. It was so cool to get to meet him, and take that picture and stuff, and just have those few minutes with him. But it was so sad in the same respect to see him that way. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you said, you watch this guy in all these movies and you admire his work and stuff, and you see him like that, and it's sad, man. Yeah. You know. But honorable mention wise for me, I got to go with one of my guilty pleasures, man. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. A lot of people hate it. I'm not going to say everybody, but a lot of people hate that movie. Yeah. Because they feel like, all right, we watched the first one and it was this crazy, whacked out, what the fuck was going on type of movie, and then you get to the second one and it's even more crazy and whacked out and fucked up, and you're like, wait, but it really didn't do it the first one, but it really does. You get, a lot of people didn't realize that the Nubbins character, that doll dead dude, whoever the fuck it was, that was the hitchhiker from the original movie. Oh, no shit. Yeah, that's him. That's Nubbins. Oh, so when you see him throughout that movie, that's, if you watch that and really pay attention, he's got the fucking birthmark on his face.
Fuck, I didn't put that together.
Yeah. So a lot of people think that it doesn't have anything to do. Oh, Leatherface was different too. Leatherface was just as fucked up in the first one. Yeah. And he got progressively fucked up in the rest of them. Mm-hmm. Like part 3, he was different. Part 4, he was dressing in dresses and
being a woman.
Renee Zellweger told him to shut the fuck up, and he went, ooh. Leatherface has progressed. He got a little bit more mean in the remakes. Yeah. And then the remake of the remake, and the remake of the remake of the remake, and then there's a remake of a remake of a remake of a remake. That's coming too.
And now they're about to do the Halloween treatment.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what, though? I'm kind of interested because they're bringing back the Sally character. Yeah. Obviously not the same woman, she passed. But they're bringing her back. So, and then they're calling him Old Man Leatherface. So I don't know if it's like the Wolverine shit they're trying to do.
And that's everyone. But see, that's just it, though, man. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Michael Myers in the Halloween series is one of the most copied fucking... Yeah. It just...
Okay, I'll say this. When Black Christmas came out in 74...
Yeah, because it came out before Halloween.
They said that John Carpenter, and Carpenter himself has admitted to it, that he took some of those elements for Halloween. Okay, he admitted to it, right?
Yes.
Now, when Halloween came out in 78, 2 years later, Friday the 13th came out. Nightmare on Elm Street came out. And so on and so forth. 80s movies out the ass that we could talk about for the next 20 years of our lives. And they all have that little bit of Halloween in them. And you see it. I just watched one the other night because I'm doing stuff with Matt. We're supposed to be doing this thing where we talk about different movies. So he picked 4 movies. And I watched a movie called Nightmares. And the first one was about an escaped mental patient from an insane asylum. Where'd they get that from?
Yeah.
Halloween. How did he kill his victims? With a knife. Just saying. So right there, right off the bat, this came out in 83. Halloween. Elements of Halloween. Everybody's takes from something, man.
They do. It's just like wrestling. Again, it's so funny how horror and wrestling we can go, but...
You know what? It's not even horror, it's movies in general.
That's true. That's true.
When I started doing stuff, I realized even a lot of the terms we use in wrestling. So, like, I heard actors say, well, that actor's green. Wait, what? It's a wrestling term.
Right.
You know? Like,
for people that may not know, green is someone who is extremely new to something.
Yep. There's a lot of stuff, and really, honestly, even the drama aspect, sadly, in some cases with some people, is the same with wrestling and movies. You have filmmakers who think they're the best thing since Steven Spielberg, and they're not. And I'm not trying to be a dick, but they're not. But they'll tell you that they are.
Yeah.
And, dude, I'm a full-fledged person to tell you that believe in your work 110%, because if you don't, no one else will.
That's right.
But there's a difference between being humble and putting your work over, or being a complete douchebag and saying you're the best fucking director that's ever come out of Youngstown, Ohio, Indiana, where he's from. Dude, be humble about your work. Yeah. Because you may think it's the greatest thing ever, but the next person to tell you that movie fucking sucked. That's their opinion. That's fine. I don't see things like that. The movies that I've done, I love doing whatever the fuck it is. I have fun playing whatever. The more I get to play dress up, per se, is more fun for me.
Yeah. Okay, so, I'm sorry, did you have any more honorable mentions?
No, you know what? You covered a ton of them with Silent Night, Deadly Night. Oh, okay, you know what? I could throw in Ghoulies. I could throw in Munchies. Munchies? Not the Dom DeLuise Munchies, but the first Munchies. The little Munchies. The first one.
Troll. The first Troll.
Absolutely, dude. I mean, Puppet Master.
What about not Carnivore. The one with the fucking dinosaurs.
Carnival? Is that what it's called?
No, it's Carnosaur. Carnosaur.
Why do I know what you're talking about and I can't not think about it?
I remember watching that on fucking Showtime or Cinemax one night.
Is that a Full Moon movie too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then if we're sticking to Full Moon, you got Demonic Toys. You got...
Demonic Toys versus...
Oh, Puppet Master, yeah. Absolutely. Dollman versus Demonic Toys.
Yes.
They all branched off into stuff. And then you got, and I have to go back to our last conversation.
Uh-oh.
And I'm throwing this for the vampire movies. Subspecies. I love those movies.
You know, that's actually one I've never checked out.
Oh, dude, there's 4 of them in the series.
Okay.
And they're fucking fun as shit. Like, Radu, the vampire in those movies, cool as fuck. Like, he's got them Jerry Danders long-ass fingernails. Mm-hmm. And in the first one, guess who his dad is?
Mm-hmm. Who's that?
Angus Scrimm.
No shit.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, From Dusk Till Dawn, the first one.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great movie. Tarantino.
Sex Machine with the dick gun. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man. Yes.
But I think I would be... No, fuck it. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to say it.
Throw it out there.
I did not like Psycho.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Even though that had Janet Leigh,
who is the mother of
Jamie Lee Curtis, one of our favorite, actress in our favorite movie.
Yes.
But I don't know, man. It's just something. Hitchcock is great. Perkins is great.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, but it did nothing for me. Just like
I feel like that one set the tone for horror in a way, because all right, when you think Psycho, you immediately think the shower scene.
Yes.
Now I know that I've had people in my life that I've been afraid to take a shower while they were in the house. So you lock the door extra tight because you don't want to wind up looking at the curtain and you see them sitting there like this.
Yeah.
With that sound effect. I was nervous and scared to take a shower sometimes in the house. I still did it, but I locked the door extra tight. Yeah. And that scene just, I don't know, man.
It's iconic. Don't get me wrong.
Think about it. Instantly. Yes. You say Psycho, the shower scene. Yeah. And that music. Anytime you hear it, you know Psycho. But I get it, though. It's not for everybody.
Right.
It's not.
Just like The Exorcist. I wasn't a big fan of that.
All right, so for me, again, for The Exorcist, I enjoy the movie. I think it's good. I got to go see The Steps, which was really cool.
Right.
We were actually filming about 4 hours away and found out that The Steps were literally an hour and a half away from where we were, and I was like, we got to go. So I got to walk those, and I got to also lay on them and be dead, probably in an area that I probably should have laid on the ground, but I did it because I don't give a shit.
For me, I'm somebody, and I think John's kind of the same way, but I don't give a fuck. I say what's on my mind. Yeah. I find a lot of inappropriate things funny. Yes. But for me, with The Exorcist, the cross scene, kinda, and then when she put her fucking... Was it her mom's head that she threw down there?
Yeah. The whole your mother sucks cocks in hell.
There's just a couple things. I mean, if she was a full-grown woman, I guess, but she was still a little girl that was...
Some of those actions, she had to do a lot of the voice and the speaking wasn't her.
Right,
which they kind of like kept her. But I'll tell you what, though, she's been harassed over that movie for years.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so much so that there was a time where you would go to meet her, Linda Blair, at conventions and stuff, and she didn't want to even talk about that movie.
Yeah.
She was more about her animal rescue business. And that's all she wanted to talk about. Well, so, yeah.
That's what turned me off with that. And then, if you remember from The Hills Have Eyes 2, the remake, there was a really gnarly rape scene in the beginning that
Which was uncalled for.
I walked out of that movie on that. And
The original Hills Have Eyes, cool movie.
Right.
I enjoyed it. Michael Berryman, creepy as shit.
Great
guy, though. The first remake of Hills Have Eyes, good. Mm-hmm. Second one, not so good.
Yeah.
Actually, the second movie in the original series, not so good.
Right.
And if you watch it, it's literally the soundtrack of Friday the 13th.
Really?
The same guy did the soundtrack, okay. So literally it sounds like Friday the 13th.
Okay.
And it's like, wait, what? And then Michael Berryman kind of looks like Jason without the mask, and you're like, wait, what the fuck's going on here? Why did Michael Berryman never play Jason? No makeup needed. Absolutely no makeup needed. He could have jumped through the window, which, let me just throw this out.
Sorry, Michael.
Friday the 13th, Part 2. If you've seen it, you already know. I was a young kid, man, laying on the couch, and above me was a window, and I was watching that movie, and little Muffin comes to the door, and the music's all happy and cute, and she stands up and she calls for Muffin, and through the window comes fucking Jason Voorhees with his Paul Heyman hair from back in the day, and it was in slow motion, and the music was creepy, and it was scary as fuck, and it scarred the fuck out of me for life. So much so that when I was older, if I was by a window and that movie came on, I had to get the fuck out of the way. Like, Jesse would fuck with me about that.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it, dude. Couldn't do it. Like how you said the Halloween music sometimes would kick in and give you chills.
Yeah.
It was that fucking scene from Part 2. Because those are the first two movies that I remember seeing early on as a kid. Was Friday the 13th Part 2 and Halloween. Yeah. So those were the first two that kind of freaked me out. Like that music. Dude, if I was upstairs and it was October and, on the radio would just play the Halloween theme, you're like, you're looking around the room like, what the fuck? And you know what else kind of got me a little bit? And I'll admit it was Blair Witch.
Really?
I don't know why.
Okay.
I remember I went and saw it, and then I remember going to bed later that night and laying in the bed looking around like, if I see some rock formations or some hanging fucking sticks in this motherfucker, I know this bitch has been here. Like, and that's not cool, dude. And I'll tell you another one that got me, and it wasn't really just the movie, it was just the segment.
Yeah.
Campfire Tales.
Yes.
So, you know what I'm talking about?
I do.
So here it was one night, I woke up in the middle of the night, I came downstairs, and I'm just flipping through the channels, and this movie was on. This little girl is like talking to someone on the computer, and then she's like, her parents are going out, and she's telling this person on the computer that, her parents should be home alone and stuff. And then like it goes into the parents taking off, and the little girl's looking for her birthday gift. She finds her bike. You didn't realize that the person she was talking to on the computer was a grown-ass man, and now he's coming to her house. So the little girl takes a shower, does her thing, lays in the bed, and she has this dog. So she puts her hand down, the dog would always lick her hand at the end of the night. So she does it in the one scene, and as this is happening, she puts her hand down for the dog to lick her hand. She looks up, and you see on the mirror in her room it says, "People can lick too." And in the mirror you can see this fucking dude under her bed licking her goddamn hand.
Ugh.
That shit freaked me the fuck out. When I went to bed again later that night, I had my feet covered, my hands in the bed. I was like, if somebody starts licking on me, I'm fucking your ass up. I'm going to yank you up by your fucking jaw and whip your ass. Like, you'll come out of there looking like, what was it? I need to speak to Candy Cane. What the fuck? That dude's jaw.
Fucking Joyride.
Thank you. That's what your jaw's going to look like. You come licking on me at night, motherfucker, and that you don't come out with no jaw. Just saying.
Jesus, man.
That segment was creepy as fuck, dude.
Yeah,
Again, something that could happen in real life. People are sick enough to do that shit.
Yeah.
That's why.
Well, and that's something that's really taken off right now. I mean, especially with my wife and my niece, they're really big into it. True crime. Yeah. True crime podcasts, true crime shows, looking into like Bundy, Gacy, all those old criminals.
Yeah.
And people
have seen those things, they've watched those things, heard the stories, and then they go out and do it.
Yeah.
Because they think, oh man, fucking Ed Gein was like the greatest fucking story ever told. Well, now I'm going to go out there and start wearing people's fucking faces. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, don't do everything you see or hear.
Thank you. That's why they put disclaimers up. Do not try this at home.
Yeah.
Just saying. This goes for horror movies too, guys. Like,
it goes for some of you motherfuckers trying to wrestle too.
Don't just on Halloween night, just think that it's cool to go kill your sister. It's not. It's not. I mean, it might be fun if she's a real asshole.
Maybe push her down the stairs.
Right. Push her down the stairs. Don't kill her. If she makes the fall, it's cool. You might be in trouble for a little bit, but you won't spend 15 years in, Smith's Grove with Dr. Loomis, just saying. If you know the tie-in there, you got it. If you didn't, go watch Halloween.
You should.
It's streaming on Shudder. Streaming on Shudder.
That's right. So we are crunching down on time on this one.
We got
about 5 minutes left.
Well, we got extra time to do. Where are we going now? Where are we going now? Have you? Okay, let me ask you this question. Have you ever thought a sequel has outdone the original?
Okay.
And if so, which series? What do you think?
Okay, so now outdone it in
terms of, was it better than the original?
See, right, I get you saying that. So I personally, when it comes to horror, I really haven't found anyone that outdoes it, but I have found one. That outdoes it in gore. The Collector.
Okay.
The Collection is the second movie. The second one was by far more gory, and you know what? Fuck it. No, I will say I like The Collection better than The Collector, and I'm still waiting for the third one that got halted on production.
Man, that's been what, 6 years they've been trying to make that movie now?
Yeah, I guess they have fucking like maybe a day's worth of filming done, and it got fucking just pulled the plug on it. But that's what I read off of horrormovies.com.
Sad, man, because I think a lot of movies where I think they get stuck in that little limbo.
Right.
Is that like, okay, it's fine for something like Halloween because everybody wants to see it. But if you're a low-budget movie like A Collector or The Collection, you get into the point where it's been so long that people are like...
And I want to know what happens. He tracked that motherfucker down and was about to whoop his ass.
What did you think? Speaking along those lines of stuff like that, Don't Breathe. What did you think of that movie?
Never seen it.
Oh.
Never seen that one.
I'm going to say 2 words to you when you do see it. Turkey baster. That's all I'm going to say. So when you watch it, just think. Turkey baster.
That's going somewhere it shouldn't, I bet.
Well, you'll see. That's all I'm going to say. And there's a sequel coming. I don't know if it's this year or next, but there is a sequel coming. I think it's been filmed already. But I want you to leave you with those 2 words.
Okay. Real quick.
Yep.
We have 3 minutes. This will work.
We got time.
Favorite zombie movie?
Man, I got to go with a cross between Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead.
I'm going to... Okay. I knew I should have went first.
That's okay.
I'm going to say Night of the Living Dead and Dawn of the Dead, but I'm going with the Night of the Living Dead remake with Tony Todd and the remake of Dawn of the Dead.
Version.
Yes.
Okay.
In fucking Zack Snyder's version of Dawn of the Dead. Those 2 are so good.
In terms of remakes, I thought Dawn of the Dead was really, really good.
Yeah.
In terms of remakes, I thought the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake was really, really good. I thought the first Hills Have Eyes was really good. But then you get into remakes of everything that's been coming out lately, and it's like, dude, not everything's gonna live up to that hype. It's not gonna do it. You can't.
What scared the fuck out of me for being a fat person in that Dawn of the Dead remake, them motherfuckers was Jesse Owens. They was sprinting zombies.
Listen,
fucked.
I've always said that I can deal with George Romero's zombies from Night of the Living Dead. You get me in some fast-ass running zombies, I'm not doing all that, dude. I may walk the stairs at the gym for like 90 minutes a day, but I'm not trying to just take me. Fuck it, just take me. That's all you can do, just take me, because I'm not trying to do that. Or give me a Negan bat, and I'll start fucking motherfuckers up.
Fuck! I think, you know what we left out?
What did we leave out?
And I think we might, I don't know if you forgot, Return of the Living Dead.
Okay, now that's a great one, too. Now, if we're talking zombie movies, absolutely.
Fucking Tar Man.
Actually, the first, you know what? The first 3 for me in that series. After that, they went downhill. Like when they started raving and shit, and zombies were raving, and this was happening, and all that stuff, it was like, okay, I'm done. First one, great. Second one, get the goddamn screwdriver out of my head, great. Third one, I thought was really fucking cool too. When the chick started transforming into the fucking zombie
doing the piercings in her own fucking
oh, dude, cool shit.
After
that, After if you heard the mumble, cool. If you didn't, don't worry about it. After that, it went downhill. But that's like that with a lot of movies. Hellraiser, the first 3, great movies. First one, very fucked up. Second one, even more fucked up. Third one, Still fucked up.
Yeah.
And the reporter, or the guy that was the cameraman for the reporter was like Hulk Hogan, just saying. But then you get into Hellraiser 4 and so on and so forth, stop watching.
Yeah.
It's like the Leprechaun movies. Fucking
Leprechaun.
1 and 2 and 3, okay. He went to space, don't watch it. He went to the hood, it's cool, you can watch it. When he goes back to the hood, keep watching. Funny shit. But then even the one that they brought back, and they brought back Ozzy and shit, I like that. Dude. Yeah. I thought it was cool. For me, when you make a remake, when you bring back a character from the original, it makes that remake watchable.
Yeah.
So when you brought back Ozzy from the original Leprechaun movie, if they would have in some way put Robert Englund in the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, I think it would have been watchable. I'm sorry, I know that guy's a good actor, Jackie Earl Haley or whatever the fuck his name is. He was a fucking terrible Freddy Krueger. He was 4 foot tall, talking about, it wasn't funny. It wasn't scary.
I fucked him up. That's what I would have done.
I'd have kicked that motherfucker straight in the face and been like, you motherfucker.
Sugarfoot bitch.
Right, it wasn't good, dude. It wasn't good. And I want to say this on record, Freddy vs. Jason was a good fucking movie. It was fun.
It was. It was a good movie, yes. But I don't give a shit what anyone says. We needed Kane Hodder. That's 100%. Just...
Ken Kersinger played a good Jason. I will
he tried.
Give him that. But what everybody wanted to see, Robert Englund, Kane Hodder. That's our Freddy. That's our Jason.
Absolutely.
And that's how it is, dude. Michael Myers is a different thing because several people have played him. Nick Castle, great Michael Myers. Dick Warlock, great Michael Myers. No matter what you say, I think he was great.
George Wilbur's my favorite.
George Wilbur was great, too. I think anybody that put those coveralls on, legit, to me, did not do a bad job. Don Shanks, he was built way bigger than the rest of them.
Don Shanks was like a fucking Ultimate Warrior size motherfucker.
But he was decent as Michael Myers, though. Chris Duran did well. Brad Lorray did well.
Okay, but see, what ruined it for me with those was the mask for them. Because the actors were great, but you can't... Oh, God, those masks were bad.
Real quick, because we're going to go over time, because that's what we do. Or do you want to do this when we come back? Because
are we going to rank the masks?
Yes. So
let's do it when we come back.
Okay.
All right.
We're going to need time for that, so we will be back.
Stay tuned.